right.
I want to keep it simple for you.
Well, comic book version for me, sir.
So it looks like there's no opposition on this bill, so I would ask that we keep our comments brief and
Be
interest of time.
extremely short. Mr. Chairman, Senators?
Yeah.
Longer? Senator McGuire?
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, Senators, AB 1287 is a simple district bill that removes a sunset date and makes permanent an existing pilot program in my district in San Francisco, referred to the Transit-Only Lane Enforcement Program, otherwise known as TOLL. TOLL was first authorized by our legislature in 2007 and then in 2011 by former Assemblywoman Fiona Ma. For the past 8 years, our TOLL program has provided for enforcement by cameras on buses against double parking in transit-only lanes, traffic lanes that can only be used by transit buses and, in some instances, taxis. By discouraging vehicles from obstructing these transit-only lanes, the program has been critical to improving transit safety and reducing congestion in our critical downtown corridors. It's also been critical to San Francisco that this program continues, given that our city streets are among the most congested in the entire country, with a public transit system that has an average speed of 8 miles per hour and carries 800,000 riders a day. San Francisco streets has also seen in recent years a record number of pedestrian deaths, and our toll program is critical as our city experiences unprecedented growth, congestion, and demand. And that being said, I'd like to turn it over to our witnesses.
With that, again, we have no submitted opposition. If you limit your comments, please, I'd appreciate it.
And I'd be happy to move the bill at the appropriate time.
All right.
Thank you. Kate Green, San Francisco MTA, thank you for your time. I know we have a soccer match.
Can we just move the bill?
Please move the bill. There we go.
Do we have anybody here that would like to speak in opposition? Seeing none, would you like to close, sir?
I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
We have a motion by
you.
Senator Allen. We have the secretary call the roll, please.
Go Dodgers. We're trying to minimize the congestion around Giant Stadium, AT&T Park.
Yeah.
The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Judiciary. Bell. Canella.
Aye.
Canella, I. Allen.
Aye.
Allen, I. Bates. Bates, I. Gaines. Galgiani. Leyva. Leyva, I. McGuire. McGuire, I. Mendoza. Mendoza, I. Roth. Roth, I. Wachowski.
7-0, we'll leave that bill on call. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senators.
All right, so is Senator Perea on his way?
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
All right, well, it's almost 4:10, so we'll wait for a few more minutes and then we'll continue. What's that?
Can we hear more testimony from the last building? No, I'm starting to regret my decision. All right.
We'll wait for a few more minutes, then I think we're going to have a meeting next week, so we can. Well. We need to get here quickly then. We got lots of people waiting on one person. I've heard that so many times today. Somebody's en route, yeah.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, could I had to chair my committee for much of
you wanna go?
so
Let's
I want to vote,
start.
but I want to make one comment about a vote that I'm going to cast. So it's going to be quick. We don't have, there's nothing else to do, so I might as well say it. This is item 2.
We have Assemblymember Perea here.
Okay, all right.
Would you like to make a brief comment?
No, Mr. Chair, I'll wait till after.
All right, so we have AB 857 and Assemblymember Perea. We've had a long meeting, so what I'm doing is I'm limiting testimony 2 minutes.
Okay.
You have 2 people, 2 minutes each, opposition 2 minutes each, and then me too. So please proceed.
So then let me be brief in my presentation. AB 857 would allocate no less than 50% or $100 million during the period between 2018 and 2023 towards supporting the commercial deployment of zero and near zero emission heavy duty truck technologies that meet or exceed a specific emission standard. In a nutshell, the reason I introduced AB 857, many of you may have missed it, may have seen it. There was an article in the Fresno Bee a couple days ago, and recently an editorial, in fact, today, that talked about the San Joaquin Valley Air Basin is likely to miss the standards set by the federal government in attaining clean air for our region. And so we are looking for every opportunity we can to not only clean the air, but do it in a way that's economically feasible for businesses in our area. So we think incentivizing heavy-duty trucks to move away from diesel and into cleaner burning fuels and other technologies is one key, it's a critical piece for us meeting federal attainment standards. And so that's why I introduced AB 857. We see this as a really huge opportunity to address emissions. Again, as reported by the Fresno Bee a couple days ago, one of the single largest sources of emissions in the Central Valley that we're fighting are from heavy-duty diesel trucks. And so that's exactly what this bill aims to address. So respectfully ask for your aye vote.
All right, thank you. Please limit your testimony to 2 minutes.
Good afternoon. My name is Roger Schwecke. I'm Vice President of Customer Solutions for Southern California Gas Company. I want to thank the author for their leadership and the committee for your work on this bill. I'm very pleased to be here in strong support of the bill, AB 857. We believe that it will dramatically help reduce air pollution, greenhouse gas in those areas where it's needed. California faces a critical issue when it comes to greenhouse gas and with regard to smog. NOx, in particular pollution and reduction, addresses and looks at and addresses the human health issues associated with, such as asthma, such as cancer, premature deaths. AB 857 offers a technology-neutral solution to California's critical reduction needs that will help our environment. And it's very critical, as Assemblymember Pereira mentioned, in 2 areas in our service territory, the South Coast Air Quality Management District and the San Joaquin Valley District. Those both are in severe non-attainment areas. Near zero natural gas trucks will help reduce that greenhouse gas and the NOx in those areas. And technologies like ultra-low NOx burners for engines are a viable solution addressing California's air pollution and climate change. Again, I'd like to thank the author and would urge your aye vote today.
Next witness.
Thank you. Vice Chair Cannella, members of the committee. My name is Matt Reed. I'm the Statewide Government Relations Director for Breathe California. I'm here this afternoon on behalf of Breathe California of Los Angeles County. Breathe LA has fought for healthy lungs for over 100 years and has for the last 40 taken an active role in advocating for policies that reduce the impact of transportation emissions on rates of asthma, lung cancer, COPD, and other lung diseases. For the last 50 years, California has led the nation in the development of strict regulations to improve air quality. However, even with our proud history of air quality regulation, parts of California still suffer from the worst air quality in the nation. In particular, individuals living along the South Coast and in the Central and San Joaquin Valleys continue to breathe dirty air filled with diesel exhaust and particulate matter. Poor air quality creates a cost for everyone, but as Breathe LA has seen firsthand, its effects disproportionately impact the communities that live along transportation corridors frequented by heavy-duty trucks. Perhaps not surprisingly, this traffic concentrates near ports and around our state's largest agricultural areas. By way of example, studies have found that doctor-diagnosed asthma is more prevalent among children living within 100 meters of a freeway. Another study found that children living and attending schools close to freeways in areas of high truck traffic had more chronic respiratory symptoms and doctor-diagnosed asthma than those who did not. Breathe LA supports the California Clean Truck Act because it recognizes the impact that diesel has not just on greenhouse gas emissions, but the very real toll that diesel emissions have on community health. Breathe LA commends Assemblymember Pereira and his office for their leadership on this issue and is proud to ask for your aye vote.
Thank you very much. All others, just name your name, your organization, your support, please.
Tim Carmichael, President of the California Natural Gas Vehicle Coalition, in strong support.
Thank you. Others in support? Name, organization, and your support, please.
Thank you. Gabriel Buelna, Executive Director of Plaza Community Services in Los Angeles, strongly support.
Thank you.
Christine Fong from Care Community Clinic in Los Angeles, in strong support.
Alex Goodman from Care Community Clinic, in strong support.
Sylvia Solis Shaw on behalf of the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control District in strong support, and I would also like to testify in support on behalf of the Board of Supervisors for the counties of Kern, Tulare, and Madera. Thank you.
Thank you.
James Provenzano, President of Clean Air Now from the South Coast Air Basin. Also, I'd like to point out that the South Coast Air Quality Management District MATE studies show that roughly 70% of the risk of contracting cancer from air pollution is from heavy-duty diesel exhaust.
Name, organization, and support, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Israel Salas, in support with San Diego Gas and Electric.
Thank you.
Jorge Morales, Mayor of the City of Southgate, grew up with asthma, in full support.
Thank you.
Ryan Kenny, Clean Energy, and our trade association, the Bioenergy Association of California.
Thank you.
RJ Cervantes, the California Trucking Association, in very strong support.
Others in support? Seeing none, if we can clear the table for the opposition, please. Have the opposition come forward. And again, let's limit to 2 minutes, and then me too's after that, please. Thank you.
Hey, I will get started. Bonnie Holmes-Jen, a Senior Director for Air Quality and Climate Change at the American Lung Association in California. And we are, of course, very focused on cleaning up the air in the San Joaquin Valley, and we appreciate the near-term role that natural gas can play in reducing emissions. But we are very concerned. We believe that the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund should be used to promote the cleanest possible options over the long term, and those options that maximize both greenhouse gas reduction and criteria pollutant benefits. And this bill doesn't do that. This bill is essentially a carve-out, about $100 million per year, $500 million for natural gas trucks, and it would limit the development of other technologies, and that's our concern. It would preclude money from going to electric and hybrid electric and fuel cell technologies in the heavy-duty sector to develop zero-emission options that we desperately need to reach our air quality standards. And this would likely mean bypassing the development of hybrid electric trucks and equipment, hybrid electric drayage trucks in the ports, even zero-emission buses and school buses. This is a pot of funding at the ARB that's is for the purpose of developing and moving along these zero-emission and near-zero-emission technologies to bring clean air benefits across the state and to impacted communities. As you're stated in your analysis, there's clearly a number of other funding programs that are available and provide assistance to natural gas projects, including the AB 118 funding program and Prop 1B. So we're asking you to set aside this bill so that the GGRF funds can continue to bring along a diverse portfolio of advanced heavy-duty and zero-emission vehicles and equipment through this thoughtful process that's happening through the ARB and the Energy Commission, starting with the lower weight classes and extending up to the higher weight classes. So the bottom line, we think this bill is clearly jumping the gun, as stated in your analysis, tying up funds that are needed to move ahead a broad array of technologies, and we urge a no vote.
Thank you very much.
Hi. Good afternoon. Thank you, Chair, fellow senators. I'm Simon Murray with Natural Resource Defense Council. I direct our work on clean vehicles and fuels. NRDC has actually in the past been very supportive of cleanup of trucks, and including incentives over the past for natural gas vehicles. Unfortunately, we've had many conversations, some respectful disagreement about the size as well as the exclusion of categories for funding that AB 857 would create. There are probably 30, 40 different types of technologies and categories that the funding program was set to fund, including including categories like marine, ports, buses, off-road vehicle equipment, fueling infrastructure. This bill would essentially take 2/3 of those funds and restrict it to one technology effectively. That is a natural gas heavy-duty trucks. And while we support that as one potential technology, there is a whole array of other technologies. I'll just show, this is a graph here of the different technologies that were set to be funded from the current program. And this sort of graph that looks like a Pac-Man is sort of the gobbling up of the other technologies and categories as an example of the bill. Again, we are very supportive of cleaning up the freight sector. We think a smart, diverse array of technologies and more thought is needed around how we distribute funding as well as target key technology categories within the program. And I'll just note and end that there's also concerns around the actual greenhouse gas emission reductions around natural gas technologies. 3 studies came out, Columbia University, UC Davis, as well as the California Clean Freight Coalition, looking at the potential emission increases from certain types of natural gas trucks. We note that Assemblymember Perea has accepted some amendments that will require renewable natural gas to be used, but that amount is actually going to be exceeded by requirements around low carbon fuel standard, i.e. we question whether this will actually achieve the additional GHG emissions ultimately beyond what the LCFS low carbon fuel standard is already requiring. Thank you, and we urge you to vote no on this bill. Thank you.
All others, please just your name, your organization, your opposition.
Okay. Steve Wallach on behalf of the Alameda Contra Costa Transit District. We're opposed to this bill. We think it's a step backwards in restricting CARB's ability to fund a wide portfolio of projects.
Okay, great. Thank you. Others in opposition, name, organization, your opposition.
Matt Kloppenstein with the Union of Concerned Scientists in opposition.
Catherine Phillips with Sierra Club, California, also joined in opposition by the Regional Asthma Management and Prevention, Physicians for Social Responsibility, Los Angeles, Environment California, and Valley Improvement Projects for Social and Environmental Justice.
All right. Any other opposition? Seeing none, questions of the committee? Senator Leyva.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. Hi, Assemblymember Perea. Last year, was there a bill that was signed into law that goes into effect tomorrow?
I believe you might be referring to the Senate bill by Senator Lara, which dealt with more, I think it was medium-duty trucks. This bill, should it be passed and signed into law, would go into effect when that program ends.
Okay. And
it would only last for 5 years.
Okay, and the bill that I'm referring to, you're right, it's Senator Lara's bill that was signed into law, I believe allocated $148 million. Would this bill take $100 million from that $148 million?
No, because this bill would go into effect when that one ends.
When that one ends. Okay, thank you very much.
Other questions of the committee? Senator Allen.
Well, actually, has the chair made an official, I know there was a debate over the extent to which we would drop the amount, the extent to which this was an appropriations issue.
Sure.
I know he's not here.
I don't want to speak on behalf of the chair. I will tell you that as someone who's been at this podium many years now, I never come forward and make my case for my bill unless I've had a chance to talk with the chair. And so by the fact that I'm here presenting in front of you and that he has not requested that the money be removed, you know, again, I don't want to speak.
And there are no requested amendments either.
I don't want to speak on his behalf, but no requested amendments. So we're here before you today with the bill as is.
If it makes you feel better, the vice chair is in support, so I don't know if that helps you.
That's really great.
Other comments?
Well, I mean, let me just say, I guess I'm a big supporter of renewable natural gas, and you know, appreciate the fact that the bill is trying to increase its production and use. I think increased use of low carbon renewable gas can reduce NOx and greenhouse gas emissions and help the state reach its climate and SIP goals. I guess I'm struggling a little bit with the extent to which I'm hearing from folks from the environmental community who I know care a lot about this sort of thing. I know that they want to, for them, it's really about moving toward electric, though of course electricity is also generated largely by non-renewable sources. I agree that the state needs to develop an approach to spending this money that meets different objectives. However, I think we need to be sure that the limited funding in this pot is used for vehicles that actually can achieve emissions reductions that we could not otherwise achieve. And I guess the other question is the extent to which we want to micromanage CARB in their decisions to carve up the pot. I mean, the funding's limited. I think CARB should have the flexibility to pursue options that can reduce pollution, but also have greatest GHG reduction potential. So, I guess I understand that ultimately the real decision here is, this is kind of a trial balloon of sorts to state an interest and support for this type of technology under this fund, but I guess it's my understanding that the chair's, his initial feeling was that he might have wanted to reduce the amount, but that now he's in a place where he feels like PROPS is the best place to make this decision, and we're going to kind of hand it over to them to determine. Is that really where we are now.
All right. Any other questions, Senator Allen? Or thoughts? We can wait till the chair gets back if you'd like to hold off on your vote and get more clarification from him.
Okay, sure.
All right. Any other questions? We have a motion by Senator Roth. No other questions? Please call the roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to close?
No, I respectfully ask for your, I mean, certainly I would like to answer some of the questions, but I think given where we are, I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Okay, great.
The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Environmental Quality. Bell? Canella?
Aye.
Canella, aye. Allen? Bates? Bates, aye. Gaines? Galgiani? Leyva? Leyva, no. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. Roth? Roth, aye. Wachowski.
5-1, we'll leave that bill on call. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Next bill, AB 1176.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, and members. I'll keep this presentation brief as well, as it seeks to accomplish the same thing, except that we are looking here to create the Advanced Low Carbon Diesel Fuels Access Program, which would fund low carbon diesel fueling infrastructure projects in communities that are disproportionately impacted by environmental hazards and where the greatest air quality impacts can be identified. Again, this is an attempt and a bill that seeks to address the single source of emissions and challenges when we talk about greenhouse gases and NOx and other harmful pollutants in the Central Valley and other parts of the state. And that is, we are looking to incentivize alternative fuels. I know that there are folks who support low carbon diesel, some who support natural gas. I come from the perspective that I support all of these technologies as it gives us an opportunity to meet federal clean air attainment standards in the Central Valley and other parts of the state. What I would just ask as it relates to this bill and the previous bill, that we not let the perfect be the enemy of the good. While I certainly understand that there are certain goals as a state we'd like to meet in terms of electric vehicles, whether they be passenger vehicle or a heavy-duty vehicle. I think it's important that every day we wait for that technology to be ready, especially engine technology that can haul 2,000 to 3,000 pounds up and down the state in an effective manner. Every day we wait for that technology is another day that me, my daughter, my son, my neighbors, our constituents are breathing dirty air. And so we see this vehicle, AB 1176, as well as others, as an opportunity to embrace technologies that are here today, that are affordable, that are available, and that will allow us to reduce the amount of GHGs, NOx, and other harmful pollutants in the air today, as opposed to 10 or 15 years from now, or whatever that magic date is. And so with that, I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
So, Senator Member, there's some amendments. Have you agreed
Yes.
to accept all the amendments from the committee?
I have.
Okay,
I
great.
accept all
Thank
the
you.
amendments.
All right, witnesses in support, and there's no noted opposition, so if you could please be brief, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Chris Maurer on behalf of Propel Fuels, renewable fuel retailer headquartered in Sacramento, provides biofuels and flex fuels throughout California. Strong support of AB 1176, and we appreciate Assemblymember Perea's leadership in this arena.
Sylvia Solis on behalf of the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control District. We believe that this would provide much-needed alternative fueling infrastructure in disadvantaged communities in the valley. So we ask for your support. Thank you.
Others in support? Any in opposition? Seeing none, bring it back to the committee. Any questions? We have a motion to move the bill. Secretary, call the roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to close?
Respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Sorry.
The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Environmental Quality. Bell? Canella?
Aye.
Canella, aye. Allen? Allen, aye. Bates? Bates, aye. Gaines? Galgiani? Leyva? Leyva, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. Roth? Roth, aye. Wachowski.
7-0, we'll place that bill on call. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, so I think we've gone through our bills, so we'll just start from the top, work our way through, and then leave it for Senator Bell when he gets back, so. Cacho extended his over a week. Yeah. Yep.
File item 1, AB 8 by Assemblymember Gatto. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Public Safety. Current vote is 9-0. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell? Allen?
Why did the chair vote? He hasn't been here. He's been in committee.
Okay. They took the amendments? Okay, aye.
Allen? Aye. So replace that call, 10-0.
Place the call.
File item 2, AB 82 by Assemblymember Cristina Garcia. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. The current vote is 8-0. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell? Allen?
Okay.
Wachowski?
Place the call.
Yeah, that was the bill I wanted to, I just don't understand quite why we need to carry water for the feds on this one. I'm still kind of, I wasn't here for the discussion though, so I'll watch it.
File item 4, AB 221 by Assemblymember DeBabnett. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. The current vote is 6-2. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell? Allen? Allen, aye. Wachowski? We'll replace that call, 7-2.
Place the call.
File item 6, AB 662 by Assemblymember Bonilla. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. The current vote is 5-1. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell? Allen?
Aye.
Allen, aye. Bates? Bates, no. Galgiani? Wachowski? We'll replace that call, 6-2.
6-2, replace the call.
File item 7, AB 692 by Assemblymember Quirk. The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Environmental Quality. Current vote is 3-2. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting no. I'm calling the roll on item 7. So, absent members, Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. Allen? Allen, aye. Gaines? Galgiani? Mendoza? Mendoza, aye. Wachowski? So we'll replace that call, 6-2. 6-2, we'll replace the call.
That vote is 6-2. We'll place that item on call.
File item 11, AB 857 by Assemblymember Perea. The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Environmental Quality. The current vote is 5-1. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. Allen?
It's item 14,
11.
or excuse me, 11. Sorry. 11.
Gaines? Galgiani? Galgiani, aye. Wachowski? 7-1, replace the call.
7-1. We'll place that on call for other members to vote.
File item 12, AB 870 by Assemblymember Cooley. The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. The current vote is 7-0. Chair and Vice Chair voting aye. Bates? Gaines? Galgiani? Galgiani, aye. Wachowski? Replace the call, 8-0.
The vote is 8-0. We'll place it on call for other members to vote.
File item 14, AB 1176 by Assemblymember Perea. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Environmental Quality. The current vote is 7-0. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. Gaines? Galgiani? Galgiani, aye. Wachowski? So we'll replace that call.
Place that on call for other members to vote.
That was
Vote
9-0.
That vote was 9-0.
File item 16, AB 1287 by Assemblymember Chu. The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Judiciary. The current vote is 7-0. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. Gaines? Galgiani? Galgiani, aye. Wachowski? So we'll place that call 9-0.
9-0. That measure will be placed on call for other members to vote.
File item 17, AB 1360 by Assemblymember Ting. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Energy, Utilities, and Communications. The current vote is 9-0. Chair and Vice Chair voting aye. Allen? Allen, aye. Wachowski? we place that call 10-0.
That vote is 10-0. We'll place it on call for one more member to vote.
And on the consent calendar, the current vote is 9-0. Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. Allen?
Consent calendar.
Allen, aye. Consent calendar's out, 11-0.
That measure is out. That's on 11-0 vote. Consent calendar.
That's it. Now we just need to wait for Wachowski.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gaines is not, okay, but what about Wachowski? AB 8 by Assemblymember Gatto. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Public Safety. Current vote is 10-0. Senator Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. That's out, 11-0.
Out, 11-0. That vote is 11-0.
File item 2, AB 82 by Assemblymember Christina Garcia. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. The current vote is 8-0. Senators Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. Allen? Wachowski? Call 9-0.
Place that on call. Oh, there it is. Go ahead. It's been a frustrating day.
File item 4, AB 221 by Assemblymember DeBobnet. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. The current vote is 7-2. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. Wachowski?
Aye.
Wachowski, aye. So that's out, 9-2.
9-2, that measure is out.
File item 6, AB 662 by Assemblymember Bonilla. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. The current vote is 6-2. Chair hasn't voted. Vice Chair voting aye. Bell?
Aye.
Bell, aye. Galgiani? Aye. Galgiani, aye. Wachowski?
Aye.
Wachowski, aye. So that's out, 9-2.
9-2, that measure is out.
File item 7, AB 692 by Assemblymember Quirk. The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Environmental Quality. The current vote is 6-2. Chair voting aye, Vice Chair voting no. Gaines? Galgiani? Galgiani, aye. Wachowski?
Aye.
Wachowski, aye. So that's 8-2, that's out.
Vote is 8-2, measure is out.
File item 11, AB 857 by Assemblymember Perea. The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Environmental Quality. Current vote is 7-1. Chair and Vice Chair voting aye. Allen? Gaines? Wachowski? Wachowski, aye. So that is out, 8-1.
Vote is 8-1, measure is out.
File item 12, AB 870 by Assemblymember Cooley. The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Appropriations. The current vote is 8-0. Chair and Vice Chair voting aye. Bates? Gaines? Wachowski? Wachowski, aye. So that's out, 9-0.
9-0, that measure is out.
File item 14, AB 1176 by Assemblymember Perea. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Environmental Quality. The current vote is 9-0. Chair and Vice Chair voting aye. Gaines? Wachowski?
Aye.
Wachowski, aye. So that's out, 10-0.
get CQ. Yeah, it's different eyeballs.
So that was out, 10-0.
That measure is out now, a 10-0 vote.
File item 16, AB 1287 by Assemblymember Chu. The motion is due pass and refer to the Committee on Judiciary. The current vote is 9-0. Chair and Vice Chair voting aye. Gaines? Wachowski?
Aye.
Wachowski, aye. That bill is out, 10-0.
10-0, that measure is out.
File item 17, AB 1360 by Assemblymember Ting. The motion is due pass as amended and refer to the Committee on Energy, Utilities, and Communications. The current vote is 10-0. Senator Wachowski?
Aye.
Wachowski, aye. That bill is out, 11-0.
I need a vote change on item number 6 from aye to not voting.
You can't go. We already closed it. Yeah, it's closed. It's done.
Closed it.
Yeah.
You wanted to change your vote.
And you can't go from aye to not voting. You can only go from aye to no.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Rules,
yeah. Part of the-
right. Okay. Keep going.
You good, that's it?
Oh, how about the consent
Wait,
calendar?
sorry.
Mr. Rakowski.
Wait, there's one more for you, sorry. File item 2, AB 82. By Assemblymember Christina Garcia. Motion do pass as amended to the Committee on Appropriations. Current vote is 9-0.
Stay off.
Allen, Wojciechowski.
That's out, 9-0.
That measure is out on a 9-0 vote.
I'll show you guys.
Well, I had to close it.
Okay.
That's it.
That concludes the business of the Transportation and Housing Committee. We are adjourned.